Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. How you doing? Hope you all are doing great. But today I want to talk about how to draw a high probability support and resistance area. Now, like I've said before in my video on support and resistance area are areas that price has got into and could not pass either above or below that area. And so to be able to identify a good support and resistance area, there are certain things that you need to look out for. First of all, support and resistance area are usually strongest on higher time frames. So a support and resistance area on say a monthly time frame is stronger than a support and resistance area on the weekly time frame, which is also stronger than the daily time frame and the 4 hour time frame, like that. So the higher time frames normally would have stronger support and resistance area. Now, I'm just going to show you the examples using the daily time frame only. Now, support and resistance area. So we're just going to draw this resistance area, and like I said, there are areas that when price gets there, it couldn't get above or below the area. So as you can see with resistance, price couldn't get above this area. Price tested it first of all here one, then came here again to test it as well. A price failed to break above it, and on the third try, price also bounced to the downside. Okay, which is what we're seeing here currently. So if you're going to trade this sort of high probability resistance area where price has tested one, two, three, and the fourth time, then you will just be looking to take your entry around here, and you will have profited from it. Normally, areas that have been tested more than twice are usually quite strong. But if an area has just been tested once, it may not hold anymore, and it may probably break. And an example is this area over here. Okay, so you can see that price broke above this area, came up, tested it once, came up, and finally broke below it. It never tested it again. If price was able to test this area, for example, and go above it, when it comes down to test again, there is a strong probability that price could bounce off it to the upside. Although there's still that slim chance that price could break it, but most likely bounce to the top. Okay. I'm going to show you another example as well. Um, so that you can understand what I'm trying to say. So this is another example here. You can see this another area of support where price has tested it once, twice, and finally price came to test it again, failed to break above it, and immediately price got into that zone, rejected off it quickly. And if you were able to see this trade, then you would have capitalized on it and made a lot of profit, right? And so you can easily identify all those areas that price has tested in the past. Now it's easier to identify these areas in the past, but what about identifying them, for future purposes? Now that is also easy as well. For example, look at this area over here that price has tested, right? One, two, three. So this itself makes this area a very strong area. So price hasn't gotten to this yet, but if you take this area, if you take this all the way here, then you will know that in future, when price gets to this area, it's most likely to hold and not break above this area. So when price gets here, you should be looking for a sell signal. Although if price manages to break above this area, then this area down here, if tested, will become a strong support level after that. Okay. Now, like I said, this support and resistance areas can be drawn on all time frames. It can be used by day traders or swing traders, and it's just to identify areas that you can easily capitalize on. So this is another area here that I can see. Okay, so I'm just gonna draw this here. And you will note that this also coincides with this area down here as well, if you decide to draw it all the way down. Okay, so price got here, tested it once, came back here, tested it again, came back here. So this is the third time that it's testing it, so it's quite strong, and it bounced to the upside. Okay, the same thing here, one, two, and on the third try, bounced to the bottom side. Then price finally broke this, came back up, bounced off it, and broke it again. So meaning that this area became very weak, and you can see price going through it several times. Okay, until it bounced off again. And when price came here, price went through it, came back down again, and broke it. So this area became very weak after this side here. So even if price gets to this area here later in future, I'm not expecting this area to hold really. I'm expecting this area to be broken later in future if price gets to this area. So that's how you trade, and that's how you identify high support and resistance probability, support and resistance areas, and you can easily trade that. Make sure that anytime price gets towards this area, that you wait for your confirmation before taking any particular trade, because if you rush into the trade, price could easily take you out. So wait for the candlestick to form before entering your trade. Um, so this is just a short video on identifying high probability support and resistance area. I hope the video has been helpful to you. If you like, please leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed, kindly subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.